Hi, I am Dr. Rahul Gupta. I am the Chief Interventional Cardiologist at Apollo Hospital, Navi Mumbai, and I am the Director of Cardium Advanced Heart Care Clinic at Vashi, Navi Mumbai. So today we are going to discuss about how to reverse your heart disease naturally. We all know that heart disease has become very common. It has become common, and also in young people it is manifesting in terms of severe heart attacks, blockages. Now there are multiple risk factors for heart disease like diabetes, cholesterol, smoking, alcohol, physical inactivity, overweight, physical inactivity. So there are multiple factors, and now we all understand that the blockages, we think that the blockages develop very late in the stage in the life, but the fact is the blockages start developing very early age in the life. Now if you look at this diagram, this is the cross section of a blood vessel, and this is the normal blood vessels, and at very early age there is some deposition of the cholesterol which is happening in these areas, and over a period of time these blockages become very severe and the vessel becomes very narrow. And whenever there is a severely narrowed blood vessels, the symptoms of chest pain, burning in the chest, choking in the throat, pain in the jaw, breathlessness, all these symptoms can come, which come on exertion and get away with the rest. Now typically we all have been told, or we all know, that whenever there is a blockage, only the angioplasty or bypass are the only way. But to tell you the fact that most of the blockages can actually be managed naturally through medications and improvement in the lifestyle. When the blockages are severe and if the patient is in a stable situations, even aggressive medical management is a good treatment. Now if you want to reverse your heart disease naturally, or you want to prevent having a heart disease, you have to follow the 6E concept, and there is a 7th E also which I am going to tell you. The 6E which are very important is, first E is your eating habits. So there are 3 things which you have to look in your eating habits, that you should eat healthy. So what is healthy? Like taking less salt, less sugar, less fried food, eating more of vegetables, fruits, all this is a healthy stuff. Second part of the eating is that you should eat in a timely fashion and in a proper quantity. So the breakfast should be the heaviest meal and early, lunch should be little less, and dinner should be early and the least amount of quantity. The third part of the E is that you should eat very peacefully. So you should be mentally peaceful and you should enjoy your food. Now the second E is your exercise. So there are again 3 kinds of exercise which one needs to follow. The first part is that you should do cardiovascular exercises, which means that 30 to 40 minutes of walking, cycling, jogging, running, anything which makes the heartbeat faster is a cardiovascular exercise. Then every day you should do stretching. Stretching means movement of all the joints, whether you move your the neck, your twist and turns, all these movements can actually be done all throughout the day, one joint at a time, span it over a period of 8 to 10 hours. Every 1 hour you can take a break in your office and you can do this stretching thing, so it can be completed. And twice a week you should do toning of the muscles. So these muscles like the biceps, the back muscles, the chest muscles and the thigh muscles, you can use your own body weight or you can use the gym weight to tone up these muscles. Now the third E is exit addictions. So smoking, tobacco, excess alcohol, all are bad. Even passive smoking is equally bad. So you should exit that because they have lot of detrimental effect on the cardiovascular system of the body. Fourth E is about your emotional health. So emotional health, I mean to say, is that how are your emotions most of the time. If they are in a happy state of mind, if you are positive, if you are optimistic, and if you feel enthusiastic, that means you are in the right emotional state. And when you are in a right emotional state, your blood vessels becomes better, they becomes more flexible, the endothelium repairs better. But if you are in a negative emotional state, it is like damaging the inner cell lining, whereby the blockages, then it becomes a fertile ground. So negative emotional health is the fertilizers for the block. So these are about the 4th E. The 5th E is enough good quality sleep. So enough means 6 to 8 hours, and good quality means that when you wake up in the morning you should feel fresh. There are people who don't feel fresh even after sleeping for 8 hours, and if you ask their history, they may be snoring a lot and they don't have a proper sleep hygiene. That means they are seeing the mobile, they are seeing the TV till the time they are about to sleep, and that is why the brain doesn't get adequate melatonin. There is not enough relaxation before the sleep, and then they are not having a good quality of the sleep. And 6th E is evaluating your risk factors regularly. So these risk factors are your cholesterol numbers, your sugar numbers, your weight numbers, your blood pressure numbers, because all of these are silent killers, and silent killers means they don't produce any kind of symptoms but they are damaging the body. So until unless you check them at regular intervals, you will not know that actually you have them. So these 6C, if you follow regularly, you can actually prevent any kind of heart disease in future, and you can actually make yourself heart attack proof. At the same time, there are two natural therapies, the ECP and the ESMR. So they are basically natural ways of creating natural bypasses. So in the counter pulsation therapy, there are 35 sessions which are given, whereby there is a pumping mechanism which is given all throughout the body, and because of which there are natural collaterals which are natural bypass which forms across the block, so that the circulation is improved in that area. And this shock wave therapy actually gives the shock waves to the heart, which are sound waves at a particular frequency, which also helps us to create natural bypasses across the blocks. These are used for patients who are very high risk for angioplasty or bypass. They can't undergo angioplasty or bypass because of multiple other risk factors, and they are suffering, and these therapies come handy at those times. It is also useful for patients who have recurrence of their disease after bypass or angioplasties. And third category, anybody who doesn't want to undergo and is very scared. Actually we counsel in such situation that whatever is best they should undergo, but then these therapies in addition to medicines can do wonders. So I think I have made you clear about all the E's which are extremely beneficial for preventing the heart disease as well as reversing the heart disease in those who have had it. So I hope this knowledge awareness session about how to prevent heart disease and how to reverse it naturally is useful to you. And I always tell in my videos that whenever we have a situation like this which is complex and we are confused, we always have a heart team discussion whereby we discuss all these issues in a group of doctors, cardiologists, surgeons, and we decide what is the best strategy for you. Thank you very much for your patient listening.